If I only had 1 minute to explain dialectical material analysis to somebody who had never studied any Marxism, then I would probably explain it like saying that dialectical material analysis is planning step 2 with the wisdom you gain from executing step 1. It sounds like common sense, but it's actually a huge philosophical issue I see everywhere these days. For example, people might blame the victims of violent occupation and settler colonialism for not being diplomatic enough, without considering that it's hard to be diplomatic without a seat at the UN when you're not formally recognized as a country, and all of your universities have been bombed. Yeah, this is the material part of dialectical material analysis. It's not referring to materialism, meaning you like to go shopping. It's referring to the material world around us, things that you can touch with your hands. It's in contrast with idealism, things that you can't touch with your hands, just ideas like democracy and freedom. Idealists think that if you believe in democracy, you go start the first democracy in the Middle East, for example, then you will create a democracy in the material world and people will materially benefit from democracy. The material world is created from your ideas. Meanwhile, materialists believe that ideas are created from your material world. If you grow up in a place that doesn't have a road that can take you to school, you have to spend hours every day doing rudimentary chores like fetching water from a well far away, and you're too poor to afford a cell phone or a computer to access the internet, you are going to have very different ideas because your material world did not let you access other ideas. Just being born into a poor family could have led you to be illiterate, and you might not have ever even heard the word democracy. So how could you develop democracy? That's the sort of thing you focus on with material analysis. The dialectics part, that has to do with a contrast between two states, a transition from one thing into another. A Greek philosopher once said, "No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it is not the same river and he is not the same man." Let's say you're organizing a group of volunteers to clean up a river. Once you get started, your plans are going to change from where they were originally. Cleaning up the river might change the nature of the river. Wildlife might come back. Erosion patterns might change its shape. And the volunteers might start hating each other or get demoralized. Maybe a volunteer's car breaks down and you have to organize a carpool. And once you start cleaning up the trash, maybe you realize that it's coming from a factory downstream. Is picking up trash ever actually going to clean up the river if that factory's not going to stop dumping waste in it? Maybe you learn that the best way to actually clean up the river is to get your volunteers to help you run for city council. Then you can regulate that factory and fine them and make them pay for its own cleanup. There's just no way to see all of that without actually getting involved. Use material analysis. Look at who's materially profiting from a situation. And think dialectically. Don't worry about having the perfect plan, having the perfect ideas for a situation that you're not even involved in yet. Get started today, and better ideas will come to you as you start changing the material world around you.